If you've been following Martell Holt's story, then you know that his life has been filled with one controversy after another. From his messy divorce with Melody Shari to the custody battles, and now the game he's trying to play with the courts. But there's one thing fans are noticing more and more. It's no longer just about the kids or the custody. It's about Martell trying to regain control. And let's be real for a minute. This is something a lot of people just aren't here for anymore. There are people watching and waiting. And trust me when I say, the way things are going, the next few months might reveal some of the biggest shocks yet. Martell Holt has been trying for years to change the narrative, to paint himself in a different light, especially after his split from Melody. And I get it. A lot of people don't want to look bad in front of their friends, family, or even the public. But what's happening here? Let's break it down because the truth is out. And it's becoming more clear than ever what's really going on behind the scenes. Fans were already questioning Martell's every move after the divorce with Melody. But things took a darker turn when Martell found himself tangled in yet another court battle. What's happening now isn't just a simple case of two exes trying to figure out custody arrangements. Oh no. This has escalated far beyond that. This is about power, control, and a man who refuses to let go of the past even when it's hurting. Everyone else around him, the court ruling was clear. Martell was ordered to attend counseling and undergo a psychological evaluation. And let me tell you, the response from fans has been nothing short of furious. Can you blame them? For 2 whole years, Martell has ignored that court order. You'd think after all this time, he'd take the steps to get his life together for the sake of his children. But no, instead, he's acting like nothing happened. And now fans are questioning how long the system is going to let him get away with this. It's hard not to wonder if Melody had ignored that order, would the court still let her slide? Now, as if ignoring the court order wasn't bad enough, Martell goes and appeals a decision that was already against him. Let that sink in for a moment. He's admitted on camera that he sent things he shouldn't have, and the jury found him guilty. So why continue fighting this? Fans believe it's all about control. Martell isn't fighting for the kids, for custody, or for peace. He's fighting to keep Melody stuck. He wants to keep her in this endless loop, dragging her into court hearing after court hearing. He doesn't want to let go, and it's clear this isn't about love. It's about control. This battle isn't just about 2 people trying to co-parent. It's about one person trying to drag the other through the mud because they can't handle the loss. Martell lost a lot when he lost Melody. And instead of accepting that loss, he's been determined to make Melody's life as hard as possible. He could have moved on like a grown man, accepted the situation, and worked on co-parenting. But instead, every time it seemed like things were going to settle down, there was another excuse, another delay, another hearing. Martell's goal is clear. Keep Melody tired, keep her drained. Keep her from moving on, and trust me when I say this, Melody is not giving up. In fact, she's fighting harder than ever, and fans are starting to see that. One fan wrote, Martell just wants Melody to stop fighting. Kay wants her to give up, but she's not going to do it. And that right there, that's the heart of the situation. Melody is standing strong, not just for herself, but for her kids and her future. Meanwhile, Martell is playing victim in public while stirring up chaos behind the scenes. It's this constant game playing that fans are fed up with. There's no accountability. If Melody had ignored court orders for 2 years, she would have faced consequences by now. So why is Martell allowed to keep getting away with it? The double standard is undeniable, and people are starting to call it out. And don't even get me started on his social media behavior. One minute, Martell is posting pictures of his son with Arione Curry, the woman he cheated on Melody with. But when it comes to the kids he shares with Melody, suddenly he's strict about what gets posted and how they're shown. Fans are calling this pure hypocrisy. And they're not letting it slide anymore. The double standard has fans riled up. But it's not just about social media posts. It's about the larger issue at hand. Martell is using his kids as pawns in a power struggle. He wants to keep control of everything, the narrative, the money, and the children. And the sad part is, the children are old enough to see what's going on. They can hear the whispers, they can read the comments, and they can feel the tension in the air. The worst part is, they're the ones who will ultimately feel the long-lasting effects of their parents' bitter battle. They're not babies anymore. They're old enough to understand who's fighting for them and who's making their lives harder. Now, let's talk about Ariane Curry for a second. Fans haven't forgotten her role in all of this. She was the other woman, the one who helped break up Martell and Melody's marriage. And now Martell is still including her in his life as if nothing ever happened. If it were the other way around and Melody had someone around her who publicly trashed Martell, we all know Martell would lose his mind. But when it comes to Ariane, Martell looks the other way. Fans see the unfairness, and it's only making them more frustrated with the entire situation, and here's where it all comes full circle. Martell doesn't want to take responsibility. He doesn't want to change. He doesn't want to be a better father. He wants control. He wants to drag things out in court to keep Melody stuck in the past with him. It's not about healing. It's not about being a better father. It's about pride. Martell is holding on to the past and refuses to let it go. Fans are starting to call for real consequences. And honestly, that's what Martell needs. No more delays, no more excuses, no more free passes. If you can't follow the law, then maybe it's time for some serious repercussions. Some fans are even saying that jail time should be on the table for Martell. While that's a bit extreme, there's no denying the message he's sending. He's showing that court orders don't matter, that accountability doesn't matter, and that Melody's peace is irrelevant to him. Martell's actions are speaking louder than his words. And the truth is catching up with him. In all of this, Melody has remained calm and collected. While Martell continues to create chaos, Melody is staying focused on her kids, her business, and her future, and fans are starting to rally behind her. The contrast between the two, Martell's loud, chaotic actions and Melody's quiet strength, is why more and more people are supporting Melody every day. Her silence speaks volumes, while Martell's actions continue to make noise. Now, let's look at the bigger picture here. What is Martell really trying to prove? Why is he holding on so tightly to something that he knows is over? Fans are starting to see that this isn't just about custody or co-parenting anymore. This is about control, pride, and refusing to let go. It's about dragging someone through the mud just because you can. But what about the kids? What about their well-being? What about their future? The question on everyone's mind is, when will Martell learn? When will he take responsibility for his actions? And when will the court step in and hold him accountable? Fans are demanding real consequences. And they're tired of seeing Martell get away with it. Martell's actions are not just affecting him and Melody anymore. They're affecting their kids. And that's the part that fans can't ignore. It's time for Martell to step up and do better, not just for Melody, but for his children. It's time for him to take responsibility for the chaos he's caused, and it's time for him to stop playing games. 'Cause if he doesn't, it's only going to get worse. In the end, this is not just about a divorce, a custody battle, or social media posts. This is about power, control, and accountability. Martell can keep fighting, but sooner or later, the truth will catch up with him. And when it does, the consequences will be bigger than anything he's ever faced before.